Greetings, I'm Omkar from Omkar Structural Bodywork, and today let's talk a little bit about health. And let's start with an affirmation. My body cells obey my will. They dance with divine vitality. I am well. I am strong. I am a flowing river of boundless power and energy. Feel the resonance and feel that conviction of your own heart. Once those words start to really take root, it'll help you make choices that will help you guide your life to greater healing. Healing inside and out. Today, let's talk a little bit about 3-day fasting. Paramhansa Yogananda, my teacher's teacher, came to America in 1920 to help teach yoga and meditation, more importantly, to Americans. This is quite something, and here we are almost, 104 years later, still working on his message. So, he often taught that it was helpful to, in addition to doing yoga and meditate, to give the body an internal rest. And oftentimes he would suggest 1 day a week on a juice, usually orange juice, and 3 days a month on water only. 3 days a month on water only is a bit of a stretch for most of us. This is not from Yogananda fast, but one I found helpful in my study of herbs. It was developed principally by John Raymond Christopher. And you start 3 days with 16 ounces, and of course I've got just a little bit left, of prune juice. And somewhat predictably, the first day, when that much prune juice can keep you pretty occupied in rapid fire movements of the internal tract. That's probably a good thing. This particular cleanse is designed that you also consume a full gallon, drinking 8 ounces a cup every half hour, alternating with apple juice and preferably distilled water, or at least a good clean water, or perhaps you have a reverse osmosis filter. The distilled water is the preferred because it's empty water, and people are always saying, well, yes, but it's got plastic in it because it comes in a plastic bottle. Well, but it won't have any minerals because there's no mineral in those plastic bottles, and that's the part we're trying to pull out of us, the minerals that haven't been, they have been absorbed but not assimilated, and they're not an integral part of us. People, you hear stories about people saying you shouldn't have reverse osmosis water, you shouldn't have distilled water because it'll pull minerals out of you. And that's true. It will pull the minerals you're not using out of you, the ones that are causing pain in your joints, the ones that are clogging your system and giving you skin conditions. All those things, yes, it will pull, and that's the point. If the minerals are actually in a chemical combination with the structure of your body, distilled water is not going to pull them out. You have to be a pretty strong acid. Come on, some basic chemistry here, people. If you can stick your finger in it and it doesn't dissolve it, why would it pull it out? Just a little common sense, come on. Anyway, then every 30 minutes we have 8 ounces, and these are 1.5 quart jars, which I thought came with little striations on, but they don't, so I have a little cup here and a pint here. So in the morning when I'm doing my fast, here's my pint mark for my prune juice, here's my cup mark for my water and apple juice. And we alternate every 30 minutes. And you want to chew your liquid, whether it is water or juice, getting some saliva mixed in. And this is also something that's important. Let me have a little drink here. That chewing action gets a little bit of saliva, which has the digestive enzymes for starches in it. And principally, that's the only place in your body that has it. So if the food's getting past these quickly, or watered quickly, it's not getting an essential step needed to really help the body absorb it. If we have a reverse osmosis water or distilled water and we chew it a little bit, adding saliva to it, that chemically changes it so it's absorbed much more quickly. And in fact, you could say it alkalizes it naturally with your own alkalinity from your own body with those enzymes. Works much better. The rest of this 3-day fast, if you're getting hungry and having the juice every 30 minutes makes it difficult to be hungry, you can have a few apricot kernels, and apricot kernels are bitter. And the bitter flavor is something that's missing in most diets. Bitter, in many traditions, calms the heart. And of course, bitter is the flavor of coffee. Even if you've covered it up, there's still a bitter flavor in coffee. So that tends to calm our heart. So in chocolate, radicchio, other leafy greens that to some degree are an acquired taste, but nevertheless help you out, have that bitter flavor, and they tend to calm the heart. They're also supportive of separating the useful from the not useful. And this is some things that could take a lot of time to discuss and may not resolve in any kind of clarity at all. However, when we have a clear heart, we have clarity, we tend to naturally pick the things that are helpful for us. When we have a little more dirt on our heart, it tends to make it harder to choose because we simply can't perceive what would be helpful. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, of course, again, if you gulp the juice, then you'll be more likely to have tummy gas, and because it's not being absorbed quickly, it tends to create quicker flushing, but not clear flushing. Things can be running through you, you can still have trash on the sides. If you're still having some tummy upset, and this is good for when you're fasting or not fasting, natural herbal blends that have naturally based herbs in them. This is Gassies from Dr. Christopher. It's right around $25 plus tax and shipping from me. But anyway, it does have natural papain in it, which is a natural digestive enzyme found in papaya. Yeah. But the slippery elm is very calming, along with caraway seed, ginger, and catnip herb, and a bit of cayenne. This combination can be taken after you've eaten the food and can do a tremendously good thing to help calm tummies, upset of any sort, whether it's a little bit of gas or whatever of any nature. Very good product and very, very helpful. In addition to while you're doing these cleansing, we want to think of nurturing, and that's why this comes in. Earlier in the morning, it's helpful to use something that actually heals the digestive tract from the small intestine through. All organs, with the exception of the brain and skin, and even the skin has small little teeny muscles in it to open and close the pores. I mean, there's nothing that causes things to move. It basically it looks like a muscle. So the intestinal tract has muscles that move things back and forth. They squeeze liquid out of it. And if they have been overused, tacked, or scarred, or if an emotion has gotten stuck in them, and so you're holding on to things, a little bit of herbal support, Intestinal Pure, is a very good product. It can really help that. Again, we're talking 2 capsules 3 times a day, 100 capsules in a bottle, so it goes pretty far. Do you need more sometimes? If things are really stuck, you can take a lot. Now, because it's whole herb, if you take more than you need, it doesn't do anything. Sort of like eating a lot of lettuce. Body uses what it will, and the rest of it is just extra roughage. If you're using prescription medicines or concentrated herbs or extracts that are taking pieces out and not whole herbs, that's when people get into trouble with herbal cures. Any whole herb, pretty much without exception, especially from the Dr. Christopher's school of thought, there's no toxic herbs, there's no habit formers, there's no narcotic herbs. So more herbs is just like eating a lot of lettuce or parsley. Not much happens. You might have a little diarrhea. I cannot think of any over-the-counter prescription medicine that if I take a whole bottle of it and gulp it down, or even chew it down, or slowly take them, that will not have severe consequences, whether you're talking aspirin or any of them. And that's why sticking with whole herb remedies, which can be quite rapid, are much, much safer than prescriptions. Okay, let's see. Anything else in our notes? Okay, then the distilled water every half hour, and we're alternating all day long. The goal is to actually drink an entire gallon of apple juice a day, and then we have about 3 gallons of lymphatic fluid in our system, and we're trying to literally replace that. And the combination of apple juice and water, consuming literally 2 gallons of it a day, helps replace that. and cleanse the system in a very deep way. Also, it helps to clean everything else. But the lymphatic system is as complicated as our vascular system, but it has no pump. So cleaning it and cleaning those systems out, stuff that's in there that would have to be just moved by muscles alone, which is another reason for doing something like energization and yoga, gentle running, fast walking, swimming, something to move all the muscles quite a bit to help keep the system flushed is vital for good health, along with getting outside. Have a great day. That covers most of what I want to talk about. I'm on my second day of the cleanse. I've got a lot of apple juice to drink. Pain-free strength and flexibility is your birthright, but you have to invite it and open the door. Have a great day. Bye-bye from Omkara.